welcome to another episode, I want to say 26, episode 26 of the We the Fans Network podcast. My cat is digging in the couch for some reason, that's why I got distracted. But anyway, it is Wednesday, April 17th, 2019. And on this day in sports history, in 1983, Nolan Ryan strikes out his 3,500th batter, which is just absurd. In 1987, Julius Erving becomes the third NBA and ABA player to score 30,000 points. Again, absurd. In 1997, New Jersey Devil Martin Brodeur is the second goalie in NHL history to score in a playoff game. Absurd. And in 1999, the NFL Draft, University of Kentucky quarterback Tim Couch, picked first overall by the Cleveland Browns. And keeping with the trend, absurd. Welcome to the show. I'm Ron. You can follow me on Twitter at WeTheFans_Ron. Follow our social media pages at We The Fans Network on Instagram and Twitter. My cat is now scratching on a plastic bag, so if any of you hear that, that's what that is. I don't know if you could hear it.
Staying sharp.
Yep. Mike is here at there it is on
there
Twitter.
It is.
And at Boom Went the Dynamite on Instagram. And Boomer doesn't have an Instagram because he's a loser. And he's
Not
on
yet.
Twitter at Live with Boomer or
At TCB, baby.
there you go. So we got a pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. We got a show that goes all over the place. We're going to touch on a little bit of everything. Some impressive stuff happened in golf this past weekend. Some surprises in NHL playoffs. This will be the first time that we're really talking about hockey on this show. But just like everybody else, I mean, nobody could avoid the NHL playoffs. They're pretty exciting, pretty crazy every year. Usually a lot tighter than what they have been so far. We're going to go into the NFL, of course. Like, I don't think there's been a show where we haven't spoke football so far. We're going to touch...
Ever.
I don't think there was. And then we're going to go into I want to say the last, but it's not going to be the last because there'll probably be another one tonight. Another injury for the Yankees. And they played the Red Sox last night. They're playing the Red Sox now. It's a big series early in the year. And we will end the show by going over our sports decathlon picks. If anybody listened to the show last week, you'll know what we're talking about. If not, we'll explain it before we get into it. But let's get started. And Boomer, being the only one that follows golf year-round, tell me all about what happened with Tiger Woods this weekend.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a great showing. I mean, up until the final day, it was really good golf. A lot of people played really good golf. And then nobody really played that well on Sunday.
I'm sorry. Wait. Hold on. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. We can't go into the intro yet because, Mike, I don't know if you know, but Boomer has a new podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
And he didn't plug it or anything.
No.
Interesting.
Why?
Why not?
I don't know. It's maybe at the end of the show, I was going to do that. Go check out the Boomstick podcast.
Oh, well, sorry. Now don't go check it out until the end of the show. And then you can go check it out.
They need to listen to ours first, and then they can hear about the next one to go listen to.
Well, I was saying that for a reason because I actually listened to it and I heard your opinion on what you had said about, just to get into it a little bit, you had said that Tiger, he didn't even play that great to win, but nobody played well, and he just played the best out of everybody that day without having to do anything outstanding.
It wasn't impressive golf by any means at any point in time on Sunday. And Tiger, I would say, kind of lucked into the championship, which is cool. I'm a huge Tiger fan. I'm glad to see it. But I wouldn't sit here and say, like, oh, now he's going to go out and dominate. Because he didn't dominate. Golfers just played terrible. I think the early start, they had to start at 6 a.m. They got off at like 8:20 or 9:20 your time, 8:20 my time, and they didn't get the full day's rest they normally get. I think also it got into the players' heads a little bit because Tiger wasn't doing anything that great. He didn't get the lead until people messed up. He never shot like something great and then made people be like, "Oh shit, Tiger's back." They kind of fell back to him and let him get that. And once he got the lead, me and my buddies were texting like, "Oh, it's over. There's no way he's going to blow this now." Especially at Augusta because he knows the course so well. So it wasn't like a performance for the ages that everybody's sitting there being like, "Oh, this is going to be the greatest golf moment ever." Besides the story of Tiger Woods and like hugging his kids and never got to see him, that's about the only thing that was super great about it. If you go rewatch the Sunday day, I mean, besides knowing that Tiger's going to win, it wasn't impressive golf. It wasn't Henrik Stenson and Phil Mickelson down the stretch at the U.S. Open a couple years ago. That was amazing golf. But glad to see it. It's awesome, and it'd be even better if you won another one this year, especially because we have them in the decathlon.
Yep. Thanks to Mike. Yeah. Thanks. That's what I'm saying. Thanks to Mike, we have Tiger Woods. Don't worry, Bonrad will come around. That's my guy.
He did well for the first couple days, right?
Yeah, for the first couple days, and then he fell off.
He made the cut. That's all. People like that that are zeros, as long as they make the cut, that's huge.
Good.
Listen, Tiger wore his blood red shirt. He wears that on the final day.
I hated that mock turtleneck.
I like it.
Do you think Tiger wins another one this year?
Yeah.
Really?
I think this was the chip off his shoulder. I think this was the big one that he had to get after all that drama. This one meant the most, and I think he's going to catch. He's going to catch the record. I mean, it won't be this year, but this was the one he needed.
Well, he also is playing at Bethpage Black.
I think he's 3.
He's playing at Bethpage Black in the PGA Championship. He's already won there before, and he's in the U.S. Opens at Pebble Beach after that, where he's already won before and won a U.S. Open there before. So this year kind of lays out really good for him to get another victory in those. They're both courses that he's won before and knows. So that's huge for him this year, especially with the confidence of winning the Masters.
That's what it's about. Golf is a mental game. More than anything.
And he's 43, right?
Yeah.
He's got plenty of time.
Yeah. It's going to be...
You think he passes Nicholson?
I think it's a very, very good possibility. I'm not positive because I don't know how long that back fusion is going to hold together or how great it's going to last. If he stays healthy for 5 more years, easily. But if he's only healthy for 2-3 more years, no. I don't know how that's going to last, especially how much he works out. As you can tell, he's in great shape for a 43-year-old. I don't know if that's adding extra pressure to that back. I'm not sure. But if he stays healthy, I think easily he will end up doing it now.
I think he can do it by 50.
Well, that's 7 years.
I'm just...
Yeah, but then he'll be the oldest golfer to do it. I'm pretty sure the oldest golfer to ever win one is 48, and that was Nicklaus, right?
If he'd win at 50, then, or anything over 48, yeah.
Right. Didn't we talk about that?
I don't think he has 7 years left in him. I don't think so.
Did we talk about that last week?
What?
About his age and the oldest golfer to... What?
No.
I talked about it on the Boomstick podcast.
Is that what it was? Is that where I got it? I feel like I was part of the conversation.
I mean, we're going to have to start charging you, Boomer, for anything more than a 30-second plug. So.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't bring that up. That was all wrong.
Ron, advertising's money, buddy. What are you doing?
I know. I ripped into Boomer that one time because I forgot whatever company he mentioned, and I said we got to charge him next time. So, Boomer, that's it for you now. It's over.
Well, don't bring it up. I didn't.
that voicemail comment for Boomer is hilarious. I actually check back at it from time to time.
Oh,
Just listen to it.
Which one? The one from him or to him?
The one to him, where the guy said like 3 words.
Call me a pussy.
All right, let's go into some hockey because it's that time of year. Unfortunately for me, the Rangers were not in the playoffs, and we kind of knew this was going to happen before the season started. The teams got ripped apart, whatever. We're not going to get into that. But what we are going to get into is a team that tied a record, finished with the best record in hockey this year, and got swept in the first round. And obviously I'm talking about the Tampa Bay Lightning. I don't know how close you guys have followed it, but Tampa Bay had 62 wins this year. That ties the record for the most ever. and then they got swept by the Columbus Blue Jackets, who in their 18th season, pretty sure about this because I read it before. That's what I was just double checking.
Never won a playoff series.
Yeah, they've never won a playoff series in 18 years. Yeah, and they finally beat. I mean, this to me, this kind of feels like
historically greatest team.
It's clear as day to me, guys. This is clear as day.
This almost feels like Virginia last year losing in the first round. Like it's just something completely. It's one of those circumstances. Come on, Mike.
It's for the bookies. It's for the bookies. Think of all the heavy bets that are on that team.
This is not the
just
NBA.
For the stats that you just said. What people gamble on hockey too. I'm telling you that one's for the bookies. Playoff hockey.
I expect these type of conspiracy theories from Boomer. I don't expect them from you, Mike. I expect better from you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But
I gotta set my conspiracy theory game up to Boomer.
You know what's hilarious? I know we're gonna get the decathlon picks later and everything, but we have two teams that got swept out, and we're still in the tops of the whole league. If we would have even did what I said and not picked the same teams, we could be probably top 10 right now.
Maybe. I also said after we submitted it, I said I didn't really like the Penguins pick, that I thought the Islanders were going to win. After the Islanders won.
I said Islanders were
No, I said
afterwards.
Afterwards, I even texted you guys and I was like, I know we should have picked the Islanders. And we didn't.
I said on the phone call. Hey,
no, you're right. You did. It wasn't on the phone call. Didn't we do it here?
I said no.
No. I said go with the best goalie. That was my strategy.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. But speaking of, and that's a perfect transition, the Penguins, who are normally a dominant playoff team, and I'm so glad they lost. Also, another team, and as Boomer said, obviously picked by us, so we lost that one too. But another team swept in the playoffs that nobody really saw coming. I mean, in hockey, first of all, we all know you're looking at usually 5-6 game series at least. I mean, a lot of them go 7. The Rangers, I know for a fact, when they were in the playoffs those few years in a row, played 7-game series almost every time. So to see a sweep, first of all, in the first round makes sense, but the two teams that it was, it's kind of going to make the playoffs even more exciting than they already were. Because now, I mean, who's coming out of the East? Tampa Bay was the dominant team. Or the East. I don't even think they call it the East anymore. I forgot what they call it.
Didn't you say the number 1 seed never wins? Was that for hockey or a different sport?
The best team in the regular season hasn't won the championship in the past 10 years.
Which was the Tampa Bay Lightning.
And why did we pick them then? Come on.
I said that. You guys said it's going to
change. Stop saying you guys. Ron was the hockey guy. Ron and
I
Ron.
picked Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh.
With all due respect.
Yep, I did. What are you gonna do? Things happen.
It happens. Listen, he gave us ramp stick though. If Boston
doesn't come back and win, we're definitely fucked.
Who?
Boston.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt us so bad that we're gonna have no shot at getting in the overall season money if Boston loses.
Really?
Really?
So?
Oh,
you would be out at this point so early.
We have 2 teams that got swept. We got no points. And
but this is one sport. This is like a year.
Get points.
Yeah, but says who? How do you know they don't have bad picks in the next sport match that we picked?
Right. How do you know somebody's not going to screw up their basketball
picks? The final
picks?
standings last year from 1st through 40th were separated by 200 points.
Yeah, but that's at the end. It just started.
Yeah, but let's say these quote-unquote people...
None of those people did awful in a category. We could be the bottom person in hockey.
Yeah, but how do you know that? Maybe somebody is oh, I'm gonna pick against the grain and I'm not gonna take the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? And that messes up their whole thing. You know what I mean?
I promise you, guys will see.
No, you'll see, Boomer. We're gonna win this whole goddamn thing. All right?
That's right.
That's right.
Basketball, we're gonna win.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna win the whole thing.
We can win.
I wanted the Sixers though.
We can win categories and win money. That's big too.
Yeah, I'm all for that.
We have a really good shot at golf.
I'm all for it. Let's go. Let's win. Let's win it all. I'm saying let's win everything except hockey.
I had that Poulter pick and Tiger. Thank you very much.
Oh my God, you guys act like you guys.
Give Mike all the money. Yeah, Boomer.
No.
Boomer, give Mike all the money.
I'm just saying,
Mike,
I know
you
a little bit about golf. Just a little bit.
Mike, you earned it. You get the whole pot.
Just a little bit.
You get the whole thing.
You guys are kind of heavy. Yeah. I'm holding you in the golf category, guys.
Mike picked it.
What,
Mike
Boom?
picked every team that did good in our whole thing.
All right, well, let's go to football. The Seattle Seahawks did actually what I didn't think they were going to do, and they signed Russell Wilson so close to the deadline that he woke up in the middle of the night, probably after having sex with his wife, that's what it seemed like, and decided to say, hey, Seattle, we signed it, or whatever the hell he said. And, we did it. That's what he said. We did it. And then she picked her little head up and said, yeah, we did it. Woo. And then that was the end of the video. It was one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. It was unnecessary. I don't understand why he felt the need to do that. Probably could have just waited till the morning. Or,
Hey,
it was
man,
just
if
dumb.
I just got done banging Sierra and just made 65 million signing bonus, I'd do whatever I want.
Yeah, he just felt great about himself. You think he just felt great about himself, and he was just like, I'm just going to let everybody know?
Maybe he wasn't talking about the contract in the video.
Yeah. He was like, hey, guys, we did it. Yeah. You know what, Boomer? You swayed me, and you're right. You're right. I would have did it, too. I would have been like, you know what? I just got laid. I just made money. Hey, Seattle, we did it.
Not just he got paid, he made money. He's the highest paid,
right,
player in the league.
Yeah.
Quarterback ever.
Yeah. I don't think he deserves that title, but everyone gets it every year, so it doesn't really matter.
It's all the timing when you hit free agency.
It's all about timing, right? Exactly.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah. Joe Flacco was the highest paid quarterback in football at one time.
Oh my God, that was such a joke. It was a terrible decision.
Speaking of Joe Flacco, kind of, the Miami Dolphins opened their season against the Baltimore Ravens.
So no Joe Flacco involved in any of this?
But he was. That's why I said kind of. So let's get into that. Mike, have you looked at their schedule?
I briefly looked at it. The first 4 games are vicious. We can easily
What were the last 4 games?
1 and 3, and then we hit the bye week. So I don't know. I'm optimistic, but it's
optimistic about what?
Of how bad, on a scale of how bad we're gonna be. We're gonna be good. I think to show we're headed in the right direction, but I don't see any more than 6 wins.
All right, so let's go through it real quick.
I don't think you guys get.
6 is high. High end.
Let's go through it real quick. Week 1, Ravens, Patriots.
Loss.
No, it's a win-loss. I think we beat Baltimore.
The Ravens.
New coach. What are you talking about?
Yes, fine. Mike, I'm with you, but our quarterback is 285 fucking pounds.
It's Fitzmagic. Let's not forget.
You guys are not beating the Ravens.
He's really good for a couple games, and then he's fucking horrible.
We're not beating the Ravens week 1.
We are beating the Ravens week 1.
Give me anybody else at quarterback. We're not beating. This guy's almost pushing 300 pounds. Have you seen him?
Did you see what he did last year?
Did you see
what
he looks like?
There's episodes. We have podcasts where we're talking about Ryan.
No, you guys were talking about Ryan Fitzpatrick, not me. I was never on the Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Point is, it was on the podcast for at least a couple episodes about it.
There's no chance in hell the Dolphins are beating the Ravens. Get over it.
No, have you seen what he looks like?
Yes.
Everybody comes in a little overweight.
A little overweight. He's a quarterback. He looks like when they used to have the pudgy fullback in the backfield. What's his name? The hamster. Who did Miami used to have?
Ronnie. Learn to love him, Ronnie. Learn to love him.
So keep going with the schedule. You're 0-2.
Yeah, Ryan. Oh, I'm with Boomer. We're 0-2 there. We're 0-2. Ryan Fitzpatrick is not going to beat the Ravens week 1 at 205,000 pounds. All right.
Can't wait for Ronnie to apologize week 2.
Yeah, write that down.
It's gonna be nice.
Hold your breath.
Right
and then week 3 in Dallas, and then home against the Chargers. A week 5 bye week. Now, let me just say this too, okay? These bye weeks, all right? Miami gets the worst bye weeks.
Why? How do they calculate that, Ron? Every year it's fucking week week 4, week 5.
Or it's at the
6.
end of the season. It's never in the middle. It's never in the middle.
I feel like it's always like week 4
All
or
right,
5.
It is. It's crazy. No, Boomer, this is a problem.
How do they quantify that? Like, how does that happen?
I don't know.
Is there like a
We
rhythm?
never get
Is it
week
like
9,
alphabetical?
week 10, week 8. Never.
That's when you want it.
Happens.
That's when you want it. 3-4 weeks away from the postseason.
Right.
Get you guys a chance to heal.
No, we play
regroup.
3 games, go 3-0, get a bye week, and then go 0-3.
Major injuries week 6, and you just the season's done.
It's ridiculous.
Bye.
It's ridiculous. I'm glad you're on the same page as me and you noticed that too.
I thought that I was the only one that noticed that.
No, me too. So did I, and it's crazy.
Boomer.
Anyway,
Does Oakland have a bye week typically the same week?
we'll get to them. Don't worry about it.
I don't even pay attention to the bye week. It don't matter.
Week 6, home against the Redskins, and then
That's a
Possible win.
Win.
in
Possible.
Buffalo,
Possible.
Win.
in Pittsburgh on Monday Night Football.
Loss.
I'm going to that game most likely. Brother texted me just before the podcast started.
Nice. November 3rd at home against the Jets.
Loss.
We always split with them, so you give that a loss, the next one's a win.
In
We
Indy,
always split. Loss.
Loss.
home versus Buffalo.
It could be a win.
Split it, right? So that's a win.
In Cleveland.
Loss.
We want to say loss, but Cleveland is still Cleveland until otherwise.
On paper.
Cleveland is still Cleveland until otherwise.
On paper.
You're
it's
still
a
the
loss.
Dolphins, dude.
Yeah.
And you're still the Raiders, bro.
That's a good point too. Home versus the Eagles. At the Jets. At the Giants. Wow, that sucks.
You could beat the Giants.
Giants
Giants?
back in MetLife.
Wait, no way.
Do I have to go to 2 games in a row?
Are they playing back-to-back weeks? Oh, let's go.
Dude!
So
That'll be the most games I've ever gone to in one football season.
That's nuts.
That's awesome. Oh my God. I didn't realize that before.
Are you sure, Ron? They're both...
No, Boomer, I don't care about you or this show right now.
That's when you should fly in, Boomer. Watch a real football team.
Wow, that's nuts. And then
Yeah, right. Don't you dare.
home versus Cincinnati, and then they end the season in New England. So,
big old loss.
but those
sounds like 4 wins.
2 of those last
6.
3 games against the Giants and the Bengals could essentially be for the bottom 3 picks. 3 teams that may be in tanking mode by the time that comes. So yeah, it looks like probably about 4 wins. That's probably what that
Give me a
looks
little
like.
more credit.
That's what sucks, man. This got to be the year that it's going to be 2 weeks at MetLife Stadium. Like I probably won't go to the games.
I know. It's like, can we get at least some decent talent on the field?
If they're that bad, I might not even go. I mean, what?
No, you think about it. You might get
not to the
like
Jets
decent
game.
seats.
No. I can't do that. You can take that. I can't take that. I've been
Especially
to some games
if
where
the Jets are like
dominate
winning.
them. I've been to some games where we dominate them, and like where what's his name? Geno Smith died. Cameron Wake. He got sandwiched with Sue. Yeah, I was there for that. Yeah, that was great. I think that game ended 28-7, something like that.
That's like I said, the two touchdown Ted Ginn is my highlight of going to.
That's a good one too.
Oh,
What about? I mean, I think you said you were there, right, for the AFC East division clinching game, 2009.
No.
Oh,
Wait.
I was there.
Maybe I was.
Brett Favre was on the Jets.
Oh my
No,
God.
definitely not.
Boomer,
Boomer, come on, buddy.
relax yourself, all right?
It's
'Cause
football action.
Here comes the Raiders schedule right now.
We're gonna do this.
I can't wait to get.
on the show.
Hold on, let me get my red pen out for all these L's I'm going to be putting up.
They're gonna be about 9-7.
9-7.
Yep.
6, 7, and 9.
All right, you ready? Home on Monday Night Football against the Denver Broncos
That's
to
a
open
win.
the season. What?
That's a win.
Guaranteed win? I don't think
I'll
so.
give you that. I'll give you that W. Home against Kansas City, that's a loss.
Loss.
In Minnesota, that's a loss.
Nah.
Stop it. Stop it.
Adam Thielen is going to have 2 touchdowns.
Stephon Diggs.
10 catches.
Stephon Diggs. In Indy, week 4?
Loss. Only 1 win so far.
In London, against the Chicago Bears.
Loss.
I think they can win that.
I think they could win that too, just because that's the way those London games go. Those London games are weird.
Trubisky now, second year, people got film on Nagy's offense. They're not going to have as good a year.
Week 6 is a bye week. Week 7 in Green Bay, loss.
What do you mean? Green Bay was
I don't see 9 wins. Ooh.
I think they can beat Green Bay.
Week 8 in Houston, loss.
Loss.
No, terrible.
Boomer disappeared.
Not too many W's.
I got it. Somebody called me.
Home against Detroit.
Give you a win. I'll give you a win.
Home against San Diego. Los Angeles Chargers.
They actually, even when they're bad, they usually split with the Chargers.
It's a division game, so I'll give you the split.
That's split. You got to give them the split.
Home against Cincinnati. I'll give that one to Oakland.
That's what, 4?
At the Jets. That could go either way.
Good.
I say win. They can beat the Jets.
At Kansas City.
I think they're going to be better than people think.
At Kansas City, they're going to get swept by Kansas City.
Yeah.
Home against the Titans. I mean, the Titans do have Ryan Tannehill now.
Titans are terrible, so that's a win.
That's 6 wins. That's 6.
Home against the Jaguars. Remember, they have
7.
Foles now.
I'll give you 7.
Here is their loss. We'll give them the loss here against the Chargers.
Yeah.
Loss against the Broncos in Denver to end the season.
So that's 7 and 9.
So they'll be around 7 and 9, 8 and 8 if they steal a game here or there. I don't think that's.
I really don't think the Packers are going to be any good again. I think that head coach is going to be shit. I'm telling you. I think the Raiders can win in Green Bay.
I mean, that's definitely possible. I don't agree with the hire they made. No, nobody's going to say anything? You're just going to
I know. I think it was a horrible hire. We already went over this. And there's so much drama around Rodgers right now. I don't think they have a good year. Again.
They'll be all right.
All right, let's get into Boomer. Do me a favor, hit the snooze button for a minute. We're gonna talk some baseball. Me and Mike.
I want to say something before we start all this again. I know it's early in the year, but once again, Boomstradamus told you guys that Boston wasn't going to be very good this year.
It's still the beginning of the year. Do you realize how many games they play?
Chris Sale sucks, man.
Chris Sale sucks. You're right. Chris Sale absolutely sucks. Chris Sale's horrible. He has like a 2080 ERA or something like that.
They want to listen to me.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens at the end of the year. But
it's early.
Bird is hurt now. It's another injury for the Yankees. I don't even know what they're going to do anymore. They called up another person whose name nobody's ever heard of to play first base. I don't know what's going on. The training staff needs to be fired. The conditioning staff needs to be fired. I read, actually, that in 2010 or 2012, something like that, at one point the Nationals led the league in injuries. 2 years later, they led the league again. 2 years after that, they fired their conditioning staff, and since they fired their staff, they're in like the top 10 of like least injuries. So I think the Yankees are having the same problem. There's no way that you can have
probably the same guy.
There's no way that you can have the same. I mean, more people on the injured list than you can field in a game. Like that's crazy. Yeah, go ahead and play that violin because you know what? This is ridiculous. It is, and you know it is. But
it sucks. It really, really sucks. They're a little soft, Boomer. You're right on that. But no, all jokes aside, they got the injury bug. They're the team that is bit bad by the bug. It sucks.
That's real bad.
When you have all that talent, just sitting there, injured, and Boston sucks, and Baltimore sucks, and Tampa Bay is going to win the division the way that it's looking right now.
Well, right now,
crazy thing to say.
Right now, it's 3-1 Boston, bottom of the 7th. 1 out. Austin Romine is up. Right? Romine is up. It's one of those game things, so I'm not 100% sure. Oh, actually, Gardner's up. Romine just walked, and it's bases loaded. 1 out for Brett Gardner. So
Is Gardy gonna go Yardy?
I would love to see that. Deck's on. Wait, I'm sorry. Judge's on deck. It just disappeared on me because they're changing the pitcher, so it took all the stats away. Yeah. So let's see what Brett Gardner can do. I'm sure they're probably gonna have a timeout, a commercial break, and all that. But yesterday, speaking to what Boomer was talking about, the Yankees beat the Red Sox 8-0. Chris Sale absolutely sucks. Guy got paid and he's falling apart. I'm all for it. I hope you're right, Boomstradamus, but I don't think you're going to be. But yeah, let's go Yankees. Hopefully Gardy does go Yardy and he pulls them ahead right now. Or at least I'll take a slat line drive in between right and center field that brings at least 2 home and give me first and third with 1 out and Judge up. Did I just predict the future? Am I Ronstradamus? We're going to find out in about 3 minutes when Brett Gardner's at bat is over. But anyway, Boomer, what do you think about Mike, what do you think about Chris Sale?
I think it's horrible.
I think it's great.
All that money, and he's obviously injured. It's very clear he's injured. He's playing through something because of the pressure of being in Boston and getting all that money. But he'll be on the DL before you know it, probably another start or 2. And who knows what's wrong with him. And this is the perfect opportunity.
Hold on, excuse
for a
me.
team like Tampa.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
It's the IL, the DL is offensive.
I apologize. The IL, and for every amount of days you can even be on that thing. I don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
But Baltimore sucks, and Tampa looks real good. The pitching.
Stop with
really
Tampa.
good,
You keep going back to Tampa. Stop with Tampa. You think it's going to keep up all year? Do you really think the Yankees and Red Sox are both going to be bottom feeders all year? You think that's going to happen? And Tampa?
They're a gritty offense. There are a lot of names that nobody's heard of.
There's over 100 games left in the year.
So welcome to baseball.
No, particularly Tampa Bay. Uh-oh. Somebody's trying to break in.
Boomer's dog is currently killing someone. We're going to get it on film. And we're going to have to...
It's like, no, that's my pizza guy.
We're going to have to delete the evidence. I'm going to have to edit it so it looks like Boomer never got up from his chair so he doesn't get charged with murder.
We're just going to see like blood dripping on the camera. Like, oh, shoot.
Gardy has not done anything yet. Actually, I don't even think a pitch was thrown. They're probably still in commercial break. I think it says who came out? Yep, Ryan Brazier came out and is going to pitch, but nothing has happened yet.
Can we talk about how the Phillies destroyed the Mets yesterday? I mean, they must have hit 4, 5, 6 home runs.
Yeah, what's up with DeGrom, man? DeGrom has
a lot of these guys are hittable right now. I saw a stat. The amount of home runs on a per pitch basis is almost per batter. It's almost 1.1 to 6 for the league on average, and that's the highest it's ever been
ridiculous.
ever.
But that's because baseball is turning into like the NBA, like how there's no.
I think they changed the ball a little bit.
Well, they definitely did. I think there was an investigation into that a few years ago. But
there's. I'm sorry. I was going to say there's.
Yeah.
No, there's more guys that hit 20 to 30 home runs now than ever before. I mean, a lot of guys hit 20 to 30 home runs.
But I'm saying even the reason for that is because like the NBA doesn't have real post-up centers and power forwards anymore. All these young guys, everybody swings for power. Nobody's playing slap hit baseball and small ball anymore. Nobody's trying to hit line drives. Nobody wants to be a Brett Gardner. Everybody wants to be an Aaron Judge. I think that's a perfect analogy. Nobody wants to slap the ball, like I was just saying, in between the center fielder and right fielder and hit an RBI single or a double. Everybody's swinging for the fences. That's how these kids are brought up now. Everybody's shooting. Everybody wants to take the last second 3-point shot, even if you're 7'6".
It's the sabermetrics that's being put into the game now.
Yeah, well, that's just bullshit.
It's the launch angle and stuff like that. So you look at players like Ozzy Albies. He's a 21 guy. He's smaller than me.
Yeah, look at Altuve.
Altuve, yeah, same thing.
0-2 count on Gardner.
Strike 3, looking. I've seen it already, Ronnie. They call it Mike Stradamus.
Brett Gardner hits a grand slam to right center field. You better believe it. Gardy goes Yardy. Hell yes. And the Yankees lead the Red Sox 5-3 in the bottom of the 7th. And up comes Aaron Judge with 1 out. Hell yeah. How you like that call? Pull up the Yes Network. Tell him I'm ready.
You better, what's his name? You better watch out.
Michael K?
No, the original guy.
John Sterling?
Yeah, Sterling.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Brett,
you
called that one, right?
Goodness gracious, Ron.
Yes.
Did you see the size of that ball over the wall?
Well, yes, Susan. The ball went pretty far. But you called that one. You said, is Gardy going to go Yardy? And he did. He did.
Mike Stradamus.
Wow. Hell yes, Brett.
Boomer missed it. He missed all the action.
We could move on from baseball now because I'm happy. Let's get into our decathlon picks. We talked about Tiger. Boomer, take us through how our golf picks did.
We're towards the very top. We have a chance to win the whole category. I think we're 19th overall. We had Tiger, who won it all. We had Xander Schauffele, who got 2nd. We had Ian Poulter, who I think got 9th or 10th. And then we had Rose, who missed the cut. And we had Barn Rat, who... God dang. We had Barn Rat, who made the cut, but did not get any bonus points because he shot like shit on the final day.
But
can we talk about how funny it was with the text message?
Which text message?
On the final day, I was working in my basement.
Oh yeah, you tell.
I'm watching golf, and I'm like, oh wow, the fucking Masters is still on. This is great. So you guys were texting on the final day of golf on Sunday, and I was working in my basement all morning and afternoon. So I'm watching the Masters. I'm like, wow, this is fucking awesome. It's still on. And Tiger had just taken the lead. I forget what hole it was. And I'm like, oh, man, I hope he can hold them off. And you guys are like, he won already. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah. I'm like, I'm watching it right now. Is this not live? You're like, no, it should finish a couple hours ago. It's just a rerun.
Yeah, it was great. As soon as I heard he won, I immediately thought...
But at least it was still live for me, you know? So
you didn't watch it either, Ron?
No, I didn't. Sunday, what time was it again?
It started at 8:20.
What time did it end?
9:20 your time. Huh?
What
like
time did it end?
3-ish, right? 3, 4, something like that.
Yeah, I was at softball, that's why.
Oh, God.
Oh, what do you mean, oh, God?
How'd you pitch there, Randy Johnson?
8 strikeouts on the day, pal.
How many hits? How many earned runs? How many walks? Give me the whole
lot.
Nobody
they
cares.
don't really keep earned runs. They count every run as an earned run, which is kind of stupid.
All right, so
realistically, in 2 games, I gave up about 4 earned runs. In one game,
I want to know the last game. I want to know the ERA. I want to figure it out.
In one game, we won 15-1. In the other game, we lost 8-3.
So you pitched 6 innings in both, or 7?
No, the first game we mercied. It was over after 4.
4 innings, and then how many for the next game?
6 because we played to time limit.
6, so it's 10 innings. You gave up 4 runs.
It's pretty good.
It's not bad.
It's pretty good.
Bad.
It's like a
sub 2 or 2.
Yeah, a 1.75, like a 1.8, something like that. That's what.
Okay.
Yeah.
Strikeout
but
rate.
But they have me down
great,
at a 2-3 because they're doing it by 9 innings, but we play 7-inning games, so they have me down at a 2-3. Stupid. They did it wrong. They're doing it wrong. But it's all right. Because all I care about is leading in strikeouts. And they have me in 2nd in strikeouts right now, which I think is wrong. I don't even think that's right because they have me at 7 strikeouts. But I had 8. But it's okay because I'm just going to put a big enough gap between me and the person in 2nd that it's not going to matter if they make a mistake.
I can't wait till you strike out Boomer.
I would love to strike out Boomer.
Oh, can't wait.
This is so pathetic.
I would love to. And that was my first day pitching in 6 months. I wasn't even... I was terrible.
You better ice that arm, buddy.
I'm good. My whole body hurts, but I'm good. Yeah.
You're pitching underarm. It should never be sore.
Bro, you still have to use your whole body. I use my I'm driving
Whoever picks
my
up
legs.
a beer bottle at the bar and wins the beer championship.
Girls softball pitchers pitch every single game full game.
Yep. We'll see. One day we'll see, Boomer. One day.
He's a young
you guys are so pathetic.
Throw you a change up at your knees. It's gonna make you shake. That's all I know.
I don't even think he'll make contact, Ronnie. I don't know.
I'll throw a changeup at his knees that'll make him shake. He'll stand there like this.
That's a gift. You can mark it down. What's the time, please?
What time is it right now? It's 9:06. What is it? April 17th, 2019. Write that down. All of it. Whoever's listening, write it down. What about
I guarantee nobody cares about this segment at all.
Nobody. Not one person. Hey, listen, if you made it this far, I appreciate it. Let's go back to the decathlon picks. We know our hockey picks sucked. We already talked about that. I don't think we talked about our basketball picks because we did it between the shows, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go into some of our basketball picks then, which honestly I haven't looked at, and I'm not too sure how we're doing. Do you know?
We're doing really good. Spurs blew it last night, though. That hurt us a little bit. That could have been really big for them taking 2 early.
Yeah, I feel like nobody really has them.
Yeah, so we were toward the very top. I'd say like top.
Do we have Orlando or no?
No.
No, we don't.
But they're not going to win another game.
Yeah, they will.
No, they won't.
They're going to win that series.
No, they're not. We have the Warriors, the Boston Celtics,
Hawks, right?
Oklahoma City Thunder, who have the most overrated piece of shit player there is in the NBA.
Here we go.
Stop it. Stop it.
What a loser. Just a
Here we go.
flat out loser, dude.
Why do you always got to make everything about this?
Bounce in the first round of the playoffs.
It's not. There's a team effort.
36 from the field goal. Dude, just terrible.
Triple,
the guy's garbage. You think
double.
He's MVP. What?
Triple, double.
Means nothing.
Machine.
Means nothing.
What do you mean it means nothing? It means
3
everything.
years in a row, eliminated the first round of the playoffs.
Why? How come you're not saying that about Paul George?
Nobody's saying he's overrated. Nobody's saying he's one of the best players either. If you want to knock on Paul George, knock on him.
Is Paul George not a top 10 basketball player in the league right now?
No. Neither is Westbrook.
You don't think Paul George is top 10 in the league?
No.
Oh, I do.
What?
He's bottom,
Oh,
8, 9, 10.
Boomer, this is the same guy that thinks Adam Thielen's a top 3 wide receiver.
That's true.
First of all, I said, whoa. I said top 5.
It started with top 3.
And I said maybe even top 3. Listen, I was talking from a fantasy perspective.
Yeah, trust me, I know that was a fantasy.
Yeah.
And he's a top 5 wide receiver in fantasy. I don't know how you guys.
In your fantasies. In your fantasies, he's a top 5 wide receiver.
I'll be drafting him. Don't worry about that.
Good. I hope you play in the same league.
Definitely has better stats than Diggs. Definitely.
God, you need help, man. Paul George is a top 10 player.
I think he is.
No way. Right. Do we have to sit here and name 10?
No, but listen, it's a potato.
No, it's
no, it's not.
It's
yes, it is.
It's just he's not.
This is all best players is all subjective.
Here we go again. I guess we did another.
There's no way to quantify unless you're going specifically against statistics. This is average points
So
scored.
Allen Iverson is the greatest basketball player ever because I can just say it and it doesn't matter. That's how we're going to do this.
I didn't say he's the greatest ever. That's not get crazy.
I'm going to say it because you're saying it's all subjective.
It is subjective. You can say Allen Iverson is the greatest point guard ever.
So
that's subjective. That'll.
Really, is Steph Curry crushes it?
Different player, man. Different type of player.
We'll put another Twitter poll. We'll put another Twitter poll, and we'll prove you wrong for the 3rd time, Mike.
Yeah.
What are you putting on the Twitter poll?
Is Paul George a top 10 NBA player right now?
All right.
Is Paul George currently a top 10 player in the league? That's the poll. Yes? No?
You guys see how bad the ratings are for the freaking playoffs? Down 40%.
Good.
Maybe
they'll change it.
I agree.
They stink.
It sucks.
Yeah, they're the worst. They're the worst.
I like their All-Star weekend, though.
Why? It's even worse.
Nah, I always like the slam dunk and the 3-point from a little kid.
Both. Well, the 3-point contest, fine.
I've never even watched a second of it.
I agree with you on that. Like, it's not watchable. But, yeah. I'm just saying I always enjoyed it.
All right.
Little personal moment inside of my life, guys.
Okay.
Aww. We got a view inside the man.
But back when the slam dunk contest was, it was actually fun to watch.
Yeah, it was. It used to be.
Good old days.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Isaiah Ryder.
Michael Jordan. I mean, come on.
That's a little...
I mean, whatever, but it was when the stars were actually in it. It's, not the young guys trying to make a name for themselves.
I honestly couldn't tell you who was even in the dunk contest this year.
I feel like they had Zach LaVine in it for 5 years in a row because
you know who that is?
Would want to be.
He's the lead singer for Maroon 5, Boomer.
Oh yeah, okay, I know him.
Is it Zach Levine?
Adam Levine.
Oh, I said it right?
No,
Did I say
Zach
Adam or
Levine
Zach?
is the basketball player. Adam
Thank
Levine
you. All right,
is the
you're trying to
lead
confuse
singer
me.
for Maroon 5.
Well, I guess.
Anyway, that's all I got. You guys got anything else, or should we wrap this up?
I want to say what ESPN's make of the Junior Seau 30 for 30 documentary was an utter disgrace. It was pathetic. It was a blatant attack at football to promote CTE. It is the stupidest 30 for 30 I've ever watched my entire life. ESPN and the people that produced that should be ashamed of themselves. It was pathetic. You made Junior Seau look terrible. You did a 2-hour smear of the NFL and Junior Seau, in my opinion, and you should all go to hell.
Strong words from Boomer.
Wow.
I haven't seen it yet, but I can absolutely probably agree with you because ESPN usually does pretty much one-sided things. And yeah, I mean, I'm still going to watch it. I haven't recorded. I haven't watched it yet, but I could definitely predict that that's what this would be.
Yeah. It's a 2-hour blatant attack, one-sided smear
It's
campaign.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Wow.
Get your popcorn, Ronnie.
Gio, good guy. Love that guy. All right. Anything else, or that's it?
Wanted to say, go Braves. Ronald Acuna, killing it, man. He had a home run off his...
Go check out the Boomstick podcast. We talk about everything in the world/America.
The world/America, because not only are they different, but they're the same. You like that?
Well, we don't really talk about any other world topics.
I should be your spokesperson.
It's usually all American.
Yeah.
This week's episode's going to be good.
Is it?
Good,
What's it
got
about?
some good topics.
Tune in next week.
What's it about?
Leave him on a cliffhanger.
Huh?
What's this week's episode about?
Well, right now, a couple topics is going to be slamming all these people that think that the Flint water crisis was just going to get solved over time. Instantly.
Ah.
I'm back.
Go!
So I'm going to slam on the Flint people who always tweet how they are always bitching about the Flint thing and they don't have absolutely no idea what's going on over there. And also going to hit on the Notre Dame Cathedral getting burned down. Can't wait to make fun of that. It's going to be a good time.
And if anybody has any...
Thoughts expressed on the Boomstick program do not necessarily reflect the thoughts of...
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. If
Fans
anybody has
Network.
any comments about that, make sure you leave them on the Boomstick podcast. Not here, because not associated with that. I have my own opinions on that. We're just not going to voice them here. That's
But Boomer's more than
check out
welcome.
the Boomstick podcast because it is pretty good. I did listen
You're
to
more than welcome to come on the Boomstick podcast and voice your opinion.
I would if you invited me.
Wow, I haven't got the number yet. Just FYI.
Yep.
I don't know how to record because we don't do it like this. We do it at a mic sitting next to each other. I don't know how to get you technically on it.
Easier than you think. Let's just put it that way. Obviously, I'm not going to explain it right now. Let me wrap up the show because every time I try and do this every week, you guys keep interrupting me. So anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you're watching, try listening. If you're listening, try watching. It's pretty cool. It works. You can do it either way like that. I don't know. Technology's nuts. Mike's holding up a Mickey Mouse that unfortunately is wearing a Braves hat because he's corrupt.
Fortunately, he said, fortunately.
Unfortunately. Yeah, so now that I'm in the bottom corner, the social media stuff is up there. Boomer, point up. Mike, point to your right. To your right, Mike. There you go. There, we're all doing it now. See? Look, there it is. Yeah. There you go. So follow all the social media if you're watching the video. If you're not and you're listening to the audio, then follow us at We The Fans Network on Instagram and Facebook. I'm at WeTheFans_, Ron on Twitter. And the guy over there, Boomer, that's you. On Twitter.
Oh, I am at Live with Boomer or at TCP, baby.
And that guy up there.
Oh,
there it is on Twitter.
My mock draft is
Whoop, there it is on Twitter. Boom went to Dynamite on Instagram. And Atlanta Braves Mickey says hello and goodbye. Go Braves.
Goodbye, Mickey. Hope I never see you again.
We the Fans Instagram page. Check it out.
Yeah, Boomer's mock draft will be up there as soon as I put it up or he puts it up. Hopefully he does.
I'm okay with DJ Metcalf, Boomer.
You've seen me do it before.
Check it out next week. We'll be back. See you later. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Let's go Yankees. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but they were winning 5-3. Let's go Yankees. See you later, guys.
See you, boys.
Bye.